Often we see Spider Martin and his models engaged in unusual poses. We see them with their heads thrown back, laughing, looking a little devilish, using poses that were popularized by photographers such as Cecil Beaton. What's so intriguing about 60s style fashion photography is that it was very theatrical. It provided an opportunity for people to do more than just show the clothes. It was about sets, it was about locations, it was about humor. Contemporary fashion photography is about strict beauty and the allure of cut and line. But in the 60s, when we see Spider Martin taking his images of these models, we see someone who's playful, who's insightful, and who's allowing something more than a concrete engagement between a camera, a subject, and a viewer. We see something that's a little bit uneasy, a little unexpected, and incredibly alluring. This image of a girl sitting amongst the flowers was for Birmingham Magazine in 1968. This was not the image which was selected, but it was one which was taken during that same series. It very much highlights the 60s aesthetic. Large, yellow, and semi-purplish pink psychedelic flowers, a girl sitting in a yellow Nehru jacket with a high neck, and a series of gold chains draped around her neck. We see that she's barefoot, very much a typical image of the 60s. This is very much a Flower Children Summer of Love image, and in a sense Martin's playing as much with that idea as he is illustrating it. This unique image is of a woman named Lynn Spotswood. What's so incredible is that her legs seem to go on forever. Here she is standing on the bow of a boat in a green mini dress with a brooch. What's so tragic is that a few years later Lynn Spotswood was involved in a car accident which left her as a paraplegic. Almost everyone who looks at this image who's from Birmingham, Alabama knows the history of Lynn Spotswood, who passed away a few short years ago. She was certainly a model of international standards. Gorgeous, sultry, beautiful, with legs that went on up to her armpits. Spider Martin used her on a regular basis. And the clothes didn't wear her, she certainly wore the clothes. She was an incredible model who appears throughout this exhibition. Lynn Spotswood goes to show that you could find international quality models in a town that many people thought was as unexpected as Birmingham, Alabama. This is an image of a woman named Angel Little. We see her beautiful light blue eyes staring directly into the camera. We see her wearing a feathered headband, and we see her Summer of Love style long blonde hair. There's an immediacy between her gaze and the gaze of the viewer. In many ways, she's the archetypal 60s poster girl. Very subtle, very alluring, sensual, but not in a directly sexual sort of way. Martin used her as one of his favorite models for many years. This is perhaps one of the most engaging images of her to be included in this exhibition. These three images show Brenda Martin, who was Spider Martin's first wife. What's so unique about them is that each shows a unique aspect of her personality. In the left we see an image which I like to call Bayou Woman. Here we see her barefoot in a purple tank top, made up, almost a spitting image of Lisa Marie Presley, standing in a bayou that's somewhere unknown to us. In the center we see her standing in the woods in a yellow and green striped mini dress, wearing a pair of white go-go boots with her left leg jutting out unexpectedly. And on the right we see her standing in a black and white trench coat wearing a pair of Jackie Onassis looking sunglasses. Perhaps the only disappointing feature of this image, which was taken in San Francisco, is that Spider didn't ask her to put down the paper bag that she's clutching in her right hand. But it serves to make you wonder just what is in the bag. Is it an unexpected bottle of whiskey, or is it something as simple as perhaps some cosmetics or a simple souvenir for their daughter Tracy?